The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
This is the Papyrus TV News Update with World News. The headlines: Lebanese vote in first local elections since Hezbollah-Israel war. Trump's foreign film tariffs plan stirs confusion and criticism in Hollywood. Rwanda confirms migrant deal talks with US amid global outcry. Vatican prepares for papal conclave as cardinals gather in Rome. Ukraine drone attacks shake Moscow as border clashes escalate in Kursk. Trump rules out third term, but hints at strong GOP successor. Lebanon held its first local elections in nearly a decade on Sunday, just months after a US-brokered ceasefire ended a 14-month war between Hezbollah and Israel. The first round took place in Mount Lebanon, including Beirut's southern suburbs, Hezbollah's stronghold, and one of the areas worst hit by Israeli airstrikes. The elections, while local, serve as an early political test ahead of parliamentary polls in 2026. Hezbollah and its ally, the Amal movement, are expected to dominate the vote, especially in the south. Party flags and volunteers were visible around polling stations, many set up in schools near war-damaged buildings. The government, strapped for funds, delayed the elections 3 times in recent years. Voters, more focused on rebuilding than politics, said they were voting for candidates who could help restore basic services and infrastructure. Progressively, Hollywood responded with alarm on Monday, May 5th, after former President Donald Trump announced plans to impose a 100% tariff on all foreign-made films. Trump, writing on Truth Social, claimed the move would help make movies in America again, directing the Commerce Department and U.S. Trade Representative to begin implementation. Industry experts, however, dismissed the plan as impractical and damaging. Entertainment lawyer Jonathan Handel said the idea ignored how films are made, especially those that require foreign locations for storytelling. What are we supposed to do? Shoot at the replica Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas? He asked, citing the Mission Impossible and James Bond franchises. Stock prices of entertainment companies dipped as uncertainty spread. SAG-AFTRA and other guilds said they welcomed more domestic film production but awaited clarification. California Governor Gavin Newsom urged federal cooperation on boosting local production incentives, writing, "Make America Film Again." Industry insiders expressed skepticism in anonymous quotes to trade outlets like Deadline, with one executive warning tariffs would choke the remaining life out of the business. Analysts noted that most American studios film abroad to access generous tax breaks, such as those offered by the UK, Canada, and Australia. Despite the backlash, the Trump camp doubled down. "We are safeguarding national and economic security while making Hollywood great again," a White House statement read. Trump later claimed he wasn't trying to hurt the industry, but blamed other nations and incompetence for its decline. Meanwhile, Rwanda has confirmed it is in early discussions with the United States to receive deported migrants, mirroring its previous controversial arrangement with the United Kingdom. Foreign Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe said Sunday the negotiations were ongoing but still at a preliminary stage. "This is not new to us," Nduhungirehe said, referencing the UK-Rwanda pact that was nullified by the British Supreme Court last year. Rwanda's openness to talks comes despite criticism of its human rights record and its military role in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The potential deal echoes U.S. agreements with countries like El Salvador, which faced backlash after wrongful deportations were admitted by U.S. officials. The Hungary declined to give further details, promising updates when talks conclude. Rights groups remain deeply concerned about Rwanda's suitability as a third country destination for asylum seekers. The nation of 13 million faces accusations of cracking down on free speech and involvement in escalating regional conflict. Continuing, the Vatican confirmed on Monday that all 133 eligible cardinal electors have arrived in Rome ahead of the papal conclave to choose a successor to Pope Francis, who died on April 21. The conclave will begin Wednesday, May 7th in the Sistine Chapel with secrecy and ritual intact. The race remains wide open. Some cardinals want a pope who continues Francis's reforms, such as openness to LGBTQ blessings and women's roles. Others seek a return to conservative tradition. Cardinal Pietro Parolini of Italy and Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines are seen as potential front-runners, though many electors say their choices are not final. Meetings have focused on church unity and leadership qualities. German Cardinal Walter Kasper, who will not vote due to age, believes most want continuity with Francis's pastoral style. Two cardinals, one from Spain and one from Kenya, will miss the conclave for health reasons. The process could take days, requiring a three-quarters majority. During the conclave, electors will live in seclusion at Vatican residences, barred from external contact. Furthermore, Russia said on Tuesday, May 6th, that it repelled another large-scale Ukrainian drone attack on Moscow, the second in 2 nights. At least 19 drones were destroyed before reaching the capital, with debris falling on major highways, though no injuries were reported. Airports in the capital were briefly shut down, and additional attacks were reported in Penza, Voronezh, and Kursk. Ukraine has not officially commented, but did claim strikes on Russian command infrastructure in the Kursk region. Ukrainian troops reportedly crossed into Russian territory near Tyokhino, sparking fierce clashes. Unverified reports suggest Ukrainian forces used mine-clearing vehicles and blew up bridges to advance. Russian officials said 2 teenagers were injured by shrapnel in the Kursk region, and a power substation in Rilsk was knocked offline. Ukrainian authorities ordered evacuations in nearby Sumy, raising fears of a broader escalation. This marks a continuation of Ukraine's strategy to keep pressure on Russian border regions, as Kyiv insists it maintains a military presence in Kursk 9 months after its initial incursion. Conclusively, U.S. President Donald Trump says he will not seek a third term as president should he win in November. In an interview with NBC, Trump said he was committed to serving only the constitutionally allowed 2 terms. Many people want me to do it, but I think 4 years is plenty of time to do something really spectacular, he said, adding that he intends to hand over power to a great Republican. While some supporters have floated 2028 campaign merchandise, Trump dismissed the speculation. To the best of my knowledge, you're not allowed to do it, he said. Trump's remarks appear aimed at calming concerns about long-term power ambitions and mounting campaign pressure.